guys. Welcome to Audrey's reading area. Yes, a big shout out to my grandbabies, Korea, Sanaa, David the Third, and Kaden. Love y'all, and I miss you so much. All right, you guys, don't forget to click like, don't forget to click share, don't forget to go to YouTube, look for Audrey's reading area. Smash that subscribe button for me. All right. Alexa, what time is Audrey's reading area?
Audrey reads in her area live at 5,
Live
and please subscribe.
at 5. Please subscribe. You know we're still celebrating National Women's Month. So I got another special book that I'll be reading to you. Her name is Betty White. We're going to be reading about Betty White. This book is by Deborah Hopkinson and it's illustrated by Margeaux Lucas. Betty White from the Golden Girls. Yes. Let's do this. I know you guys are interested in hearing about Betty White. Look at her. She was the mayor of Hollywood. That's what it looks like, right? So Betty White was born on January 17, 1922 in Illinois, and she grew up in California. Betty and her parents enjoyed hiking, nature, and animals. She was an only child, but she got to be a sister to lots of cats and dogs. Betty always felt surrounded by love, and she has spent her long and remarkable life giving that love back to family and friends, to audiences, and to animals in need. When she was young, Betty wanted to be a forest ranger or a zookeeper. But those careers weren't open to girls at that time. Luckily, Betty had other passions. She loved to write, sing, and perform in plays. Early on, she set her heart on being an actress. Betty graduated from high school in 1939. 2 years later, America entered World War II. Betty wanted to help in any way she could, so she volunteered to drive a truck carrying supplies to soldiers stationed in California. After the war, Betty set out to follow her dreams. She knew getting into show business wouldn't be easy, but she was ready for anything. Betty was bright, talented, beautiful, and funny, but she had to work hard to find jobs. She acted in local theaters and got small roles in radio commercials. Betty wanted to be on television. Back then, there were far fewer TV shows, TV stations, and TV jobs than there are today. But Betty's hard work paid off. In 1949, she got her first full-time job as the host's helper on a daytime show called Hollywood on Television. Later, she became the host herself. Today, most television actors memorize lines from a script someone else has written. Not Betty. She had to think on her feet or wing it in front of a live studio audience. And there were no breaks because Betty and the other actors performed in the commercials too. That meant Betty was in front of the camera 5.5 hours a day, 6 days a week. Could she do it? You bet she could. Betty learned a lot and loved every minute. And viewers adored her from the start. Television grew and changed quickly, and so did Betty. She became one of the first female producers in Hollywood when she confounded Bandy Productions, named after one of her dogs. On Betty's first show, she had interviewed movie stars. Now Betty and her business partners decided to make a situation comedy, which they call now a sitcom, right? Situation comedy or sitcom about made-up characters. It was called Life with Elizabeth. And this time, Betty was the star. Betty has always believed in being fair to all people. In 1954, when she hosted a variety show with skits and musical guests, TV stations in some parts of the country didn't want to air it. They didn't like that a black dancer, Arthur Duncan, was in the cast. They wanted Betty to fire him. That kind of prejudice made Betty mad. Arthur stayed on the show and had a long, successful career, and Betty and Arthur remained friends through the years. As a girl, Betty enjoyed playing games with her mom and dad, and beginning in the 1950s, she became a popular guest on television shows. Betty's quick wit charmed everyone, including one special man, Alan Ludden, the host of a show called Password. Alan and Betty fell in love. They married in 1963, and Betty became stepmom to his three children. Betty and Alan lived happily together until Alan died in 1981. Oh. Alan has always remained in Betty's heart. Life wasn't easy for her after his death, but staying busy helped her cope. Betty likes new challenges and taking on different roles. She studies, prepares, and works hard. That's one reason she's one of the most successful television stars in history. Betty is especially known for acting in two popular, long-running TV shows, The Mary Tyler Moore Show and The Golden Girls. She won Emmy Awards for both shows. This is the cast from The Golden Girls. Betty has been honored many times. In 1995, she was inducted into the Television Academy Hall of Fame. Was Betty ready to stop working then? No way. She wrote books about her life and kept acting in movies and on television. At age 88, Betty became the oldest host of the comedy show Saturday Night Live. Betty received an Emmy for her performance, another honor in her long list of awards. Even with her busy acting career, Betty has always found time for animals. She has supported the Los Angeles Zoo for many years and has helped raise money to improve animal habitats and save endangered species like the California condor. Betty has also been lucky enough to meet some creatures that are just as famous as she is, including Coco the gorilla. Coco knew more than 1,000 words in sign language. In fact, Coco gave Betty the name Lipstick. She made the sign for the word whenever Betty came to visit. Lipstick. Along with helping wild animals, Betty supports groups that rescue pets, study animal health, and train guide dogs. Betty has loved cats and dogs since she was little. I grew up with pets. In our house, they were more than pets. They were members of the family. When she was 89, Betty adopted Ponty, a golden retriever who hadn't been able to finish his guide dog training. I wonder why he wasn't able to finish it. Betty's talent and dazzling smile have lit up the world and brought joy to millions. Her passion for helping animals has inspired others to do the same. Betty loves to make the world happy. No wonder people and animals everywhere love her right back. I think everybody needs a passion, whether it's one passion or 100. That's what keeps life interesting. Unfortunately, Betty White passed away. Let me see when she passed away. I'm going to look it up for you guys because I know she passed away. Betty White's death. So let's see. Betty White passed away December 31st, 2021, at age 99 years old. That's amazing. In Brentwood, Los Angeles, California. She was born January 17, 1922, passed away December 31st, 2021, at 99 years old. Wow. Look at Betty. Look at Betty White. Look at Betty White. May she rest in peace. Yes. So, everybody loves Betty White. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you, Mom, for always being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And don't forget, come back tomorrow live, Live. Be live at 5 tomorrow. Be there. See you. Don't forget, click like, share my videos. Go to YouTube. Look for Audrey's Reading Area. Look for Audrey's Reading Area. Smash that subscribe button for me. All right, you guys. I will see you again tomorrow live at 5. Audrey's Reading Area.